Today we're catching some sun and waves with Arthur, a QHS member whose life is as vibrant and refreshing as a seaside breeze. What currents brought him to the sunny shores of the quantum shift? Let's surf behind the scenes to see the waves he's been riding.
Hi there, folks in Quantum Healing Systems land. I'm Art Kelly, and I want to congratulate you guys on having the most lovable chat group I've ever seen. And I just want to welcome you to my prequel. And so let's get started. My ancestors come from Wales. Kelly with an EY is Welsh, not Irish. And my childhood was in St. Albans, West Virginia, just outside of Charleston. And my earliest memories were in Welsh, West Virginia, on the other side of the Kanawha River. I was born in 1948. Grew up in the 50s and 60s, mainly in Stuart, Florida, after our family moved to Florida when I was in the 5th grade. I was one of those born to fly types, and I learned only recently that all these people that are like that, male and female, the reason they love to fly so much is because they flew in previous lives, and mainly in ancient times in spacecraft. So I found that very interesting to learn. I like to say that I had a phobia when I was growing up, fear of not flying. So in my case, it was revealed to me by a 6th dimensional lady from Orion called Malia that appeared above me in front of several people in a pyramid meditation room and said she and I used to fly spacecraft for the Orion Council of Light in ancient times. So yes, I've been a member of the Galactic Alliance for thousands of years. My childhood from the age of 14 was spent at the Stewart Airport cutting grass and washing planes and washing cars to earn flying hours. I soloed on my 16th birthday, got my private license to carry passengers on my 17th birthday, and became a commercial pilot and flight instructor right after I turned 18. And after I moved to Canada, I got my multi-engine rating, my instrument rating, and my senior commercial rating. So I had a happy childhood. I felt loved and protected, and I grew up around adults instead of kids my age. I had a few traumatic injuries at age 17. I fell 25 feet from a tree and injured my lower back and my neck. And then when I was in University of Florida in Gainesville, I collided with a car on a side street and pulled out in front of me, and I went over the car and landed on the pavement on my head. So I had another neck injury there. But and I've had severe lower back pain and neck pain all my life until I got my production white device in November 4th of 2023. And now I'm completely pain-free as far as my neck and my back. So I think that's miraculous. Why did I join QHS? Well, I was wasting away in a nursing home for 2.25 years. And a very good friend of mine joined and introduced me to QHS in April of 2023. So that's how I became a member. In 2011, I was 430 pounds with congestive heart failure. I would have died in 2012. So the same lady, Malia from Orion, asked me if I would like to try a plant-based diet. And I said, yes. So I've lived an extra 12 years because of that, because I would have died in 2012 for sure. I took off 200 pounds without ever dieting or trying. Just cut out meat and fish basically at that time, and never went hungry. And I'm healthier now than I was when I was in my 40s. I spent 3.5 years alone on a mountain meditating in Washington State, and I always had support in the form of visible spacecraft day and night. I'm on a first name basis with half a dozen extraterrestrials from the Orion constellation and from the Pleiades. And so I hope that's not too far out for some of you, but it is what it is. I'm used to communicating with them telepathically. I talk to them all the time. Yes, I am committed to a life of service to others, having been supporting a 50 to 70 child orphanage in Jinja, Uganda for 8 years. And for the last year in particular, I've been pretty much their only supporter. So I give them my Social Security and my Canada pension each month after I pay my $461 rent and my $40 monthly QHS membership. So I give them about $1,000 to $1,100 a month. And I've always got less than $1 in the bank, but I go to the food banks all the time, and I get $159 a month from United Healthcare to buy food and over-the-counter things, vitamins and stuff. I don't take any pharmaceutical pills, any prescriptions, but I take lots of vitamins and minerals and probiotics and things like that. It's the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in any life. I've been a healer for many years in this life, and so I think it's why I respond so well to the QT Wave devices. My list of ailments that have been cured to varying degrees is up to 25 now. After wearing my production QT Wave for only 10 days when I first got it last November, my heart was permanently out of atrial fibrillation for the first time in 21 years. And that was told to me by a cardiology nurse with 10 years of experience. So she said, you're out of fibrillation. I sleep way better. My muscles are stronger. My posture is better. I'm not dizzy. My intestines are working better than ever, regular like clockwork. I've got more energy. I had an ear infection that was really bothering me, and it disappeared after the first 5 days. And my lungs and throat are clear of minor congestion. That was after 5 days also. I've had small improvements in my rotator cuff injuries on both sides, and had an inguinal hernia that had a record recovery from the surgery for with no pain at all. I used to have painful muscle spasms in my feet, and it helped by wearing a device in my sock. I feel a lot more confident about going grocery shopping, for example, because the white production device, which I've got, has completely removed the level 9 and 10 pain from spasms caused by my catheter tube, which I tuck between my wheelchair cushion and the seat. And so that's how the bag hangs down under the wheelchair. And I used to have to stop and pull the tube out and drain the urine out of the tube into the bag every 20 or 30 minutes because I'd get level 10 pain. And that doesn't happen now. I can go for 5 or 6 hours and not even think about it. I don't have that problem. So it's made that pain irrelevant. So I had raised varicose veins on the back of my left leg that were caused by blood clots from 2020, which when I had a when I first went into a nursing home. I was in a nursing home for 2.25 years, and I've been out for 1.75 years now into my own apartment here. So those blood clots and varicose veins have almost totally disappeared. My skin is much smoother. My hair is turning back to brown again. You see on the top, just white on the sides still a little bit. And I'm using a walker sometimes instead of the wheelchair when my caregiver is somebody that can't really lift a wheelchair into their car. And the last thing is, I would say, clarity of thought and my ability to memorize things and keep it in memory. So I've become a lot sharper that way. So I hope you enjoyed my prequel, and I look forward to reading yours and watching it on YouTube. And I wish you everybody the best. Have a wonderful day.
Join us on the prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.